Yes. Hey guys, this has been a very long time. I haven't been recording anything with my face on it in like a very, very, very long time. I don't know when the last time was that I recorded a video, probably around summertime, like last year somewhere. It's been a year. So, hi. This is weird. And I'm recording this with my webcam because I cannot figure out how I connect my mic to my camera, and also my camera is very old. It's probably like way worse quality than this webcam, but I'm trying to like come back to YouTube in some way. And I love recording videos. I just don't have the equipment. As you can see, I have a like pretty small space here, so it's not like aesthetically pleasing to look at when it comes to like a backdrop and everything. So we'll just have to do what we have. And I hope you enjoy the content, and I hope you enjoy the video that you're about to see. I just wanted to show you like a little bit about the progress that I made during lockdown so far when it comes to my circle illustrations, and we're going to just flip through the sketchbook, and I hope you enjoy that. Thank you, patrons, also for supporting me, for being so incredible. I just redid and rebranded my entire Patreon page, so if you want to go take a look or maybe like support, I'm going to like put the link in the description below. I'm just going to give some commentary as we go on the circle illustrations that I made and what I liked, like where did I improve and so forth. Please let me know if you enjoy these kinds of videos, and hopefully I can make more for you. I really enjoy making videos. The problem is that I just don't know what I can talk about that would interest you and that you would love to see. So here we go. So this one I made in March. Am I going to critique my own art? This is weird. I think what I can say about this one is that there's not enough depth in it. You can see that it's like very, very 2D. I use a lot of Copic markers. I still use mainly Copic markers, and I use polychromos just to add a little texture, which I don't see, like this is not happening. There's not too much texture going on. This is, oh, by the way, I do scribble in my sketchbook, but just ignore that. This was a drawing on demand. As you can see, there are some patrons' names on this, and so a drawing on demand. I changed this now to like circle illustration, which is what I call them. And each month we're making a circle illustration with the requests that I get from my patrons. And this was one, there was like swimsuit and sun lotion. Have I done any of that? And there were a couple more. I can remember there were a couple more, like in a forest or something like that. So anyway, the sun lotion is here though. But is she wearing a swimsuit? I don't think so. So have you done a good job, Prudence? I don't think so, but hey, I think this is where I started to love like the orangey background, and yeah, basically like sunset and sunrise and things like that. This was just before summer. I think this was around springtime last year too. Oh, I can remember this. This was in July or August. So there was a bike, space, marshmallows, and poppies. I don't think oh yeah, the marshmallows were in the background. Like I made the clouds come out as marshmallows. And this is where I started to like get into these spacious vibes. I love space so much, but I never knew that I was able to draw this. I was really, really baffled when I finished this one, because I kept adding layers and layers and layers. And I started off with this really light yellow, and then I just built up until I got like this very dark purple-ish color. And I still can remember how much I loved layering it up, because the layers first I I layered them with Copic markers, but then I discovered that you can layer so much with polychromos as well. When you start off with just a light color and you build up and you build up and you build up, you can get very dark, vivid colors. And I did this technique a lot in the background. This one, oh gosh, this one sold out, and this was the first time that I sold out something so fast. And I think the reason for that is because there are a lot of details. Like, I spent so many hours on this drawing, and there's also some familiarity to this picture. Like, you can envision yourself just being there and enjoying your kitchen. I mean, I sure would enjoy a kitchen like that. Like, you can tell that someone is living there. And I didn't do as much because there's some time between the previous drawing and this one. I think this one I made in September somewhere, September 2020. And there's just, I don't know, there's, as much as I dared to be vivid, like as much as I was a daredevil at this stage, I think I held back a little bit because I didn't think that I would be able to capture the same vibes, and I can feel myself being held back in this one. Though I do love the end result. I just think if I were to make it right now, I would make it like a lot more vivid. A lot more, like I would give pressure to those polychromos. This was another drawing on demand, and there seems to be some kind of pattern where I'm much more confident if I'm drawing on demand, because I remember that as you can see, there's like some pink in there, and I did layer with some pink on top, and it's just that I know that my patrons, they love my work, and they just don't judge. Like, when I publish some new work, they're always loving it, and so I just feel a little less scared, I think, to do a little, like, to push a little further, to like put it up a notch, you know. And I'm very proud with this result. Like, I think right now I would draw it the exact same way. I think so, yeah. This was an illustration I made for Prudence. Just to put it into context, each week normally I make a new circle illustration that I sell on my web shop, on planetprudence.com. I'll also share the link in the description. But yeah, so each week I make one, and this is one of the prints that I made for to sell for the web shop. And I remember being super proud on the result of this one too. As you can see, there's like the sun is setting and you can feel it. I mean, I can still feel it. I don't think, if it were to be now, like right now at this point, I don't think I would capture it the exact same way. I wouldn't be able to capture it as much as I did back then. No. This is a drawing. As I said, with the drawing on demand that I previously did, I think I created this short after, or even within the same week. But there's, like, you can see that I really had that same vibe going on. Like, I remember that I made this on stream too. Like, I stream on Twitch, and sometimes I'm in a vibe that I'm really scared of what people would think, and sometimes I'm in a vibe that I just create, and I feel that I'm in a good place, and I was certainly in a good place when I created this. Ooh, this one, a lot less. I don't know what this is. I think those are songs, books, I don't know. So journaling. I wanted to create a print where Prudence was journaling, because I was really into journaling at that point. I think it was like early October maybe. And that one didn't sell as much as I thought it would be, and I can see why now. I can see why. I think I could have done so much more. Like, it's so empty here. Like, there's like this plant here, but it's something is not really what it should be. I didn't add enough shadows here. I could certainly fill up the space a lot different, a lot more cozy than what it is right now. And I just think either it was a pressure, like time pressure, I was putting myself some limit on it, or I can't remember. I really can't remember. Aw, this one, I really love this one, but it didn't sell as much. Maybe there was enough detail, or like relationships, or maybe not really the thing that people are going, like, people are not going to my work for relationship stuff, I think. So, but I really love drawing this one. Now that I see this, I also notice that the chair is not, like, the perspective is off. So anyway, was my best work apparently, and it's fine. This is a social media ghost. I think this one did sell out. I am not sure, or maybe there's still one available on the shop. I'm not sure. This is actually based on, you know, the backdrop that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. There are a lot of people photographing themselves for like an aesthetically pleasing background, and they are photographing themselves for social media, and that's fine. You know, we can all have beautiful, and I mean, I'm sure if you're on the picture, it's all beautiful, but you know, a beautiful background, beautiful aesthetic, like laughing and smiling on a picture is so mainstream. It's like a standard, but some people smile in front of a camera and then afterwards, or like when off camera, or their offline life is like terribly painful. And this is what I wanted to portray in this circle illustration. And at this time I watched The Social Dilemma, and I think I even was it Social Media Ghost, actually. Yeah, I think I called it Social Media Ghost. But this was at the time when I watched Social Dilemma, which really struck a nerve, I think. Do you say it like that? Striking a nerve? I don't know. You know what I mean. This one was made on or around Halloween in October. This one was a drawing on demand, and I think my patrons were really voting for like the pumpkins, which I think are pretty. They're so cute, aren't they? Look at their faces. I'm still loving this one. I had it on a mug for a very long time, but that one's not available anymore. From time to time, I just refresh my inventory. Ooh, I have no idea what this was based on, but this one, I made a little video for TikTok, and apparently it got around. Like, my TikTok skills are so terrible. My editing skills are terrible. I love making videos, I love editing, but they're not on point, I guess. And apparently this one had like around 20k views, which I very much appreciate. Thank you so much. But yeah, I really love making this one. I'm still happy with the results. Maybe I would have made it a little bit dark in the corners, like I would have made it like a little bit more 3D, like that you can feel the perspective and everything. Maybe that's what I would change now, because I do think like there are some times that it seems like I'm truly afraid to use the color pencils, and previous ones didn't have it so much, but this one, I mean, it does have it a little bit. Yeah, I love detail, which is what these are lacking in my opinion. I did love this one. I did love this one a lot, and it also sold out in just a matter of hours, if you ask me. Yeah, what do I love about this one and what do I not love? I don't think I really love this little petal, because people ask me if she has like a long nose or if she has like a red nose or something, which is not the case. So, and I would probably make this a little more different in terms of, since this is a shower curtain, you cannot really tell if the wall is in front of the shower curtain or the shower curtain is in front of the wall. So I would make that a little bit different too. Other than that, I'm happy. I think I would make this one, this area a little more leafy. But yeah, I love the feelings I get from just looking at it. This one was so popular. I think it's still one of my favorites. The idea behind it was, and I certainly would love to recreate an illustration where this spacious water is like coming out of. Sometimes I really have these creative vibes and these creative, like this creativity that is just I'm bursting with. And this was certainly a time when that was the case. And the idea behind it was like, I love reading books. If you still don't know, now you know. I love reading books, and the idea behind it was that you can get so caught up in the story that you just forget everything around you. And even the most normal things, the most mundane stuff, the most common things that you do in your daily routine, it just becomes like, if I listen to an audiobook, or if I listen to like any or if I read a book, everything around me becomes so magical. Like I just am living in the story, and I don't know, I love watching what my brain is capable of imagining, and I don't know if that makes any sense. This was kind of what I was going for. Oh yeah, I wanted to make like this is how I start off with nothing. I wanted to create like a banner, and I love this quote. I was your silence will not protect you. I still want to do something with it. I forgot that I already made a sketch, but it's cool that I can go back to it, and I just didn't know how I would have, like, I don't know what I would have done with it. I think maybe I had an idea, but it didn't spark anything more than that. So I sure would love to go back to it. Ooh, this was also in October. I did create a lot in October. This is just a pumpkin carving Prue, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. It's empty. It didn't sell out. I think there's still a few in the shop right now. But she does look cute. I think it does look cute. Maybe people are not that into, I don't know. I have a feeling if you're doing these holiday themed, or if I'm doing these holiday themed things, that people are like not really buying it just because it's so temporary, I think. And I mean, I certainly can understand that you cannot have this print hanging up in the middle of summer. I don't know. Some people are just not that into Halloween either, so. Ooh, this was one that I made for my birthday, for my patrons actually. And I turned 29 last year, which means I'm turning 30 this year. Holy crap. But hey, I love it. I still do. I love how much I was able to implement in this drawing. I implement the cake, like of course it's drawing on demand, so which is now called the circle illustration, as I told you. Oh my god, I should use the new names. There was cake, a request for cake, requests for 29 candles, fireworks, an autumn setting because it's in November, party hat, and the patrons. And I wasn't able to recreate all of my patrons into one drawing. So I made this little ghost type figure that is truly anonymous. Like, you cannot tell who it is. You cannot tell like anything from it, but you can tell it's a person. And I thought that was so cool because, you know, it's literally this like, I can celebrate this. This can hang into anyone's room and they'd be like, hey, yeah, that's me. Because, you know, it doesn't have any features or anything. Like, I thought it was pretty cool that I came up with that. Yeah, I love that. I cannot wait what my patrons come up with for my 30th. This was one that I wanted to make, and I still have the idea in my mind, and I want to develop it into something. This is, guys, as you can see, I'm starting out with nothing. These are just lines. You can see something, like, but you cannot really see more. But I certainly have an idea for this one, and I wanted to go back to it. Like, every time I make a circle illustration, I'm coming back to it, and then I'm like, no, maybe not now. Because I have the idea that one day I can make it the best possible thing that I can, and when I'm not into like full creativity mode, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what I'm saying, but I should just, like, it sounds like an excuse, but it isn't. I swear it isn't. I should go back to it. Oh, I love this one. I don't have any, like, I don't have a lot of critique. Maybe I would darken this part a little bit more just to create some more depth, but other than that, I love the vibes. I love everything about it, honestly. Yeah, I love how it turned out. Yeah, not much critique on this one. The only critique is that I would want this in real life too, but hey. Ooh, I was going to make this for my birthday. Didn't happen. But hey, I can still revisit it and finish it someday. I don't know. If you watch this, let me know if you want to see the finished version of this one. This is like the second phase of the sketch. Like, this is when the sketch is like good to ink over. This was one that I made. Was this a drawing on the man? I think so. I think this was a drawing on the man. I'm not sure. Oh my god, I think this was a drawing on the man in December. Yeah. This was called Fueling Up. I still have some left in on the shop. There was sometime between this one and the last one. I think there was around a month in between. And my issue with this one, do I even have an issue with this one? I don't know. I think I had an idea, and it came out exactly as I envisioned it. The thing is, it's not what I usually make, and I think that is a bit of the issue maybe that I have. I mean, some people will be able to relate, some people can't really relate because they don't read books. But the majority of the people who follow me on Instagram, by the way, are book readers. And I myself am a book reader. Like, I read a lot of books, but I don't know if that many people will be able to relate to this. Yeah, I don't know. This is also perfect for like a little book corner or something, but not really if you don't really have... You cannot hang this in your kitchen. That is what I'm saying. This one I made... When did I make this one? I think also in January. I'm not sure. Like, books are really a constant in my art. I feel like it's my other passion. But this one sold out in just a matter of, I don't know, in like one day or something. So it was a very popular one. and I can see why. Yeah, I can see why. It's really vivid. The colors are very, very vivid. I actually like the result still. Yeah, I love it. I love it. This was a drawing on demand, but you guys, I love this one. But hey, this style truly changed from this, which is clean and like it's smooth and everything, then I go to this, where you can truly see the lines, where you can see the rough textures. And I think that is what I really started to love about it. I mean, I started to paint with pencils, is what you can say. This one is my fastest selling print I've ever made. Yeah. I think this sold out in under 2 hours or under 3 hours. I'm not sure. But it was incredible. Like, I was really watching my web shop being like, what the heck is going on here? And that was really cool. But yeah, I love baking. And apparently so many of you do too. And I think this is still also one of my favorite prints. Together with the one with the washing machines. This one is was also print, and I wanted to make another kitchen environment, but like at night when you get up in the middle of the night, you want to like share a bottle of wine with me, myself, and I. So this is kind of I don't know if you ever, like, I remember when I was living on my own, and I would wake up in the middle of the night. I would just sit at my little table, my little kitchen table. Where it all started, by the way, this is where Planet Prudence started. So I used to just sit at my table, just look and just reminisce, and that if you have someone to text, I mean, it's a lot more fun as well. But yeah, I still love this picture. It reminds me so much of my own experiences and my own emotions. And of course, like every single illustration that I make truly does, but this was really fun to make too. Ooh, this one also sold out in just a matter of hours. It's crazy. But it's I love the vibes. I love the texture, and you can truly see, like, even the texture on the walls, it seems like you can feel that there's like a wood stove and everything. So the vibes are right, the environment is right, like everything sits well, and I'm happy with the result still. I would do it the exact same way, and probably would not be able to do better than this. I'm happy with the result. This one, I'm not that happy with, I think. I don't know. I am happy with how... I'm happy with how it looks, to an extent. But it's like I would not have done this situation. What is it, like a shelf? What is it even? What is it doing there? Are people actually having shelves next to their bathtub? Probably they do, because I must have seen it somewhere, but I cannot remember where. I mean, also I don't have a bathtub. I had to look for references, and I don't think I would do that anymore. Like, I would not... yeah, I don't know. This is not really... I mean, I wish it was me, but maybe that's what's the issue with that, is because I was wishing it was me. I don't know. And it says be you. This is not me. I don't know. I think I've had this as a request somewhere, and I truly didn't feel it. I still don't. I love plants though, so that's maybe something. And I hate shaving my legs. I would not do it in my bathtub either. I don't know. Let's skip this one. This one I truly love because that's like daily life for me. Look at the cat. This was one of my favorite. Also sold out in a matter of hours. Basically, I think what we can all agree on is like just the summary of this entire video is probably like draw what you like, because that's apparently what other people like too. And if I can feel it from just looking at my own art, I can imagine that other people feel it as well, that they're like, oh, she really loved drawing this, or she really didn't love drawing this and it just doesn't strike something with me. Anyway, I love drawing this so much. There's so much detail in this and I can look endlessly at it. I don't even know what I drew at this point. I mean, she's cooking oatmeal. There's like a spoon here. Her coffee's already done, or made, whatever. And there's like kitchen utilities here. It's like the olive oil that I have in my own kitchen. This is pepper because I'm very much addicted to pepper. I mean, not addicted in a way that I would really eat it with everything, but I love like throwing pepper on just basically everything. There's like, we have a yellow bag for her kibbles, and there's like a dishwasher because I just hate dishes. Doing the dishes. So hey, she has a dishwasher here for her. There are like books here. There are these mugs, many mugs and bowls. She has a pea magnet here. They're like post-its and a picture of her cat, and I mean, there's so much happiness in this picture. I love it. I just love it. Also the plants and like the towels and everything. There's so much from my own life in this drawing. I truly love it. These are cookies. I know these are cookies. One of my patrons also told me about these cookies. Anyway, back to the drawing, I guess. I'm actually loving, like, when I was drawing this one, I was like, oh, this is such a lovely drawing. I love drawing these flowers and like the cakes and everything, the pies. So this was a drawing on demand that I did in February. Contained knitting and yoga, a cat, sea, jogging pants, which are like sweatpants, and a laptop and a box. And I was able to manage it all in one drawing. I have the sea, I have knitting, I don't have yoga. I don't have yoga though, but it can be her yoga spot too. There's like a cat. She's wearing like sweatpants. There's a laptop, which you can basically, like, with all the working from home and working remotely going on at this point in our lives, you can, like, it's safe to say that this can be her corner. This can totally be her corner where she's working and she's also taking breaks, and like she has her book laying with her, there's her coffee, and it's like a cozy corner in her own home that she made entirely hers. That's super cool. I love that. This is another drawing on demand that I did in March. There was also Rashi doing yoga. Rashi's my cat. She's doing yoga. There are daffodils here. There's a swing, and I made some flowers on there. The care packages, which are now called the cute loot boxes. This one has just gone out to all my patrons, to all my cute loot box patrons, and they're going to receive it in just a matter of days. Hopefully. Yeah, it's Easter right now as I'm recording this, so probably around this week or next week they're going to all have received it, all the way up to like in Australia, which is super cool. All right, next one. This one is still available too on the web shop. At the point, like at this point, when I'm recording this, at least. I loved making this one so much. I do think I got the commentary that it was a bit too orangey, and I can understand that. I love orange these days, by the way, if you cannot tell. But yeah, this is the last one that I made. When I look back at my favorites ones, like this one, I don't know. When I look back, I should have done, yeah, I should have gone for another color on the walls instead of yellow. I think that was a wrong decision. But I didn't make swatches before. I just tried it out as I went, and I was way too overconfident in that matter. So if there were to be another color on the walls, I think that would be fine. But yeah, when there was also a pretty long time between the last circle illustration that I did for myself. Like, these were drawing on demands, circle illustrations that we did together on Patreon or with my patrons. I am recording them on Twitch, by the way, so you can always come in and watch there. And I'm going to try and do this time lapses, post them on YouTube as well. But if I'm going to compare this one to the first one that I made up in March, and even the last one, I mean, you can see that I truly have progressed a lot in my work. So if you're drawing, guys, you're always making progress, and your art is always changing. So don't for a second doubt your abilities, and don't for a second doubt your talents, because I don't know if you're familiar with the fact that I have been doing this since 2017. Don't hold me accountable on that, but I think 2017 full time. So yeah, I'm still making progress right now. Don't ever doubt yourself. If you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel if you like. I'm going to try and make more videos. Yeah, I really had a fun time just flipping through my sketchbook. Again, I want to thank my patrons because they're awesome and they're allowing me to make content, to make merch, to make these circle illustrations, to be here for you guys, to chat with you. I'll probably go live this week on Twitch as well, and then probably I'll make another time lapse for you. I hope you enjoyed those too, and I'll see you. Bye guys.